Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our band show. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We are so thrilled to be able to add to what is probably already, and we hope it is for you, an exciting weekend. And we have something that only makes every weekend better, if not especially on a holiday. Some good old, homegrown rock and roll for you right here in the studio. That's right, we are back, episode 18. I am your host, Christian Evanko, and I am so thrilled to present to you guys, for the first time tonight, the Hudson Valley's very own Phenomenon, taking it away with their first song, God-Shaped Hole. Gentlemen. All right, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into our band show. Thank you guys again so much for joining us. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We hope that you're relaxing right now, and we hope that you guys are as excited as we are to have these amazingly talented gentlemen in the studio. So for the first time, but not the last time this evening, let's bring in Phenomenon. Welcome to the show, guys. How you feeling?
All right. Thanks for having us. We're really happy to be here.
Yeah, feeling great. Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Definitely.
Thanks for having us here.
Of course. You guys are filling that God-shaped hole that I think our band show's been. It's a great song. I really enjoy that tune, man. I hear a lot of different styles and influences. We've had the pleasure, of course, of hearing you guys perform during the warm-ups throughout the course of the day, and it's such a fun, diverse, eclectic set. So stick around if you guys are just joining us. Well, hey, I'm sure there's a leftover hamburger or a hot dog somewhere. So if you need a snack, be sure to grab one, or maybe fire up the grill. Bring us on, your mobile phone. You can watch us all the same on YouTube, on your TV, on your mobile phone. And while you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, and share if you want to show you care. It'll cost you absolutely nothing and mean the world to us, especially help us bring more great bands like Phenomenon to you guys. So Phenomenon, let's get into it. There's a lot to discuss here. We really don't know you guys too well, so we just kind of want to do what I think our audience would expect, but also just for personal reasons on this one. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the band, and let's start from the beginning. What is the origin story of Phenomenon?
Yeah, for sure. So we've been playing together for a while, but we actually started Phenomenon about a couple of years ago, and we really played our first gig formally at the UFO fair in Pinebush. So that's kind of where the whole paranormal Phenomenon name came from. We're big fans and interested in the paranormal, and the name just sort of fit that gig really well, and we ran with it from there. So that's kind of our beginning. And we're all Hudson Valley guys. I'm over in like the Newburgh area, and Barry's over in Pauling, and Kenny's in Montgomery. And like I said, we've been playing for a long time. We decided that we wanted to get into doing original music. So when COVID hit, we actually had a lot of time and started writing music. And, post-COVID, we started rehearsing and actually putting together the songs. And then from there, we started really take it out gigging. And we're just trying to grow it from there and trying to do original rock.
Yeah, fantastic. I love that. But let's unpack that a little more. When you guys say you've been playing together for quite some time, how long has this musical connection been going on for?
It's been going for a while. I mean, we were in a previous iteration of a cover band called Charge the Mound probably about a decade ago, which I had started with a couple of guys who have kind of since moved away, but Mike came on as a guitar player during that time. I was playing bass, and, we had a good time playing covers, going out and gigging and stuff like that. I took a few years off. They kept it going, and, we kind of reconnected a few years ago and, doing more of the cover band stuff. We did a Pearl Jam tribute for a while. And, kind of in that, Mike and I think have always been interested in doing original music. That was one of the things that we kind of reconnected about. We both had some tunes out there on SoundCloud. And so Mike had written some of these awesome songs. And, one day I went over there on like a Sunday and, brought my, my tab book and kind of mapped out some bass lines and stuff for what he was doing. And, we came out with like 2 or 3, fairly finished songs at that point. And then he's just been on creative fire ever since, coming up with more. And I do my best to, come up with a good bass line on it. And, Kenny's, holds everything down on the drums. And, I think we've got just a nice, tight, group. And we all get along, all know each other really well. And, no drama. We just have fun playing, original rock and roll music.
I love that. I think I feel like I have to say rock on. That's
the idea.
Party on.
So let me ask you this then, because I hear a lot of different influences in your playing, but I definitely can't pin one specific act or style on you, which I always really love when bands can wear their influences, but also, shed that as well and use them to inspire their playing. So I want to talk about your sound, of course, but I'm still in the cover band land. What kind of music were you guys doing in that era? And can we take maybe how you were playing those songs and get to anything that might have made its way into the Phenomenon sound?
Yeah, definitely. I think all of us have a big influence from the grunge era. So that's a lot of what the covers were that we were doing, 90s grunge, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, STP, a lot of that stuff, and then some influences maybe with like Led Zeppelin and things like that. And Kenny's a big Led Zeppelin fan. But we really draw our influences from there. We're not really trying to be like anybody, I don't think, and I definitely don't write from the perspective of trying to come across with a particular sound. But those, for me, you know, that grunge era is a big influence. A lot of like STP and Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, and you know, it's definitely an influence. I don't, you know, try to make our songs sound like them. But, you know, there's definitely a base of songs that, you know, are embedded over the years of listening to that I think we're all kind of influenced by.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And, you know, as an audience member, if you will, I hear those influences for sure. But I also kind of hear some elements in the audience of our band show. You guys will hear this later on. There's some ambient music that, you know, kind of makes its way in. There's these really beautiful, soothing, if you will, sections. Before a big rise, and I also get some like blues and some southern rock in like some of what you're doing on the guitar, Mike, some of the ways that you phrase your leads and just some of the chord progression in and of itself. At least that's what peeks out to me.
Yeah, definitely blues-based rock is a big influence. You know, I grew up being a huge Guns N' Roses fan, so like a lot of guitar players, Slash has always been my favorite guitar player, so I definitely take some influence from him, and he's obviously a big, you know, blues-based guitar player. So not that I try or could sound like him, but I definitely pull from that influence for sure. And that's just all kind of melded with everything. You know, I think we take interest in all sorts of kind of music, you know, from Americana, folk, even a little bit of country, southern rock, and we just sort of meld this all together and try to make our own sound within the rock genre that's kind of unique to us.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to bring Kenny into the conversation here because because you're holding it down, man. First of all, I just want to give you a compliment and let everyone know that your toms, you had to do nothing to them. That is an amazing drum set, and it takes a great drummer to keep a good drum set in shape and tune an amazing drum. So I'm just loving everything that I'm hearing so far. But while I hear about these influences that, you know, Mike and Barry are talking about, I definitely hear the Zeppelin fan in you. But like I would give the same compliment to your string players, it's so much more than that as well, right? Like I hear the influence, but then there's also your own unique style. So why don't you talk to me about your approach to playing drums on these amazing Phenomenon tunes?
Yeah, I'm kind of influenced by the drummer of Grand Funk Railroad, which is Don Brewer. And then I got into the John Bonham and the Black Sabbath and Deep Purple, Ian Pace and Bill Ward. And I just always like to play covers and tunes like that. So I think it's a good idea to go out and find a band. And
yeah,
I found Mike. He had a Drummers Wanted ad about 12 years ago. Yeah. And I responded to that, and all right, let's check it out. Then we ended up doing Charge the Mound and back into the rearview mirror, and then all originals that this great guy right here wrote.
And Kenny's got some great fills. You know, he has those influences, but Kenny really puts his own flair on things. And, you know, that's one thing that, not to put you on the spot there, Kenny, but one thing that's really great about his playing is he's really got a lot of cool, you know, drum fills that are creative that, you know, he puts his own spin and his own signature on the songs.
And the mistakes don't count.
Well, you know, it's all jazz, right? There's no wrong notes. But what I will say is, Mike, I'm glad you went there. I was totally going to say the phrasing is very unique in and of itself. I love what you do with the toms, not only the way they sound, but the way that you use them. You pick your moments. It's always so big when you do it. But I always think my favorite drummers are guys like Dave Grohl, right? Guys who understand that the song in an original composition should take precedent first and foremost. Yeah, of course, we all have chops. We can all do the craziest things you could imagine, right? But not every moment is that drum solo in the amphitheater. Sometimes you need to pick your moment, make it real quick to add that flair, and then get back to letting your string players, your lead singer kind of carry the tune. And I really see that in your playing, man. And I think it's a very patient but beautiful style of playing. I'm really enthused so far.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So before we jump in to the second interview and of course more music before that, and just so everyone knows, we do plan to, it wasn't missed on us when Mike said there's an interest in the paranormal. It's just in show business you want to have a hook. So the hook for the second interview is going to be, we're going to unpack all that paranormal stuff. But before we do that, you guys wrote in your bio to us that your first show was what again?
So yeah, our first gig was actually at the Pinebush Paranormal festival that they have. It's actually called the UFO Fair. They have a paranormal museum in Pinebush. So our first gig was at that UFO Fair, which is an amazing event if anybody, wants to go. It's super cool and a lot of fun. But we kind of started our whole thing there and just kind of blossomed from that time.
Kind of seems like the dream gig for you guys.
Yeah, it was perfect.
It was great. Yeah, it was a pretty short gig, and we had like I think the 3 originals that like we had worked out, and threw a couple of covers in there, and that was like perfect for the set that we needed to do. And it was just a cool experience being at that fair, and I had never been to anything like that before. So
there was a lot of Martians walking around.
Yeah, it was cool. It was great.
Oh, that's great. You know what? Speaking of Martians walking around, why don't we drop some Martians or UFO emojis in the chat right now if you guys want to show the band some love. And of course, feel free to ask a question. We would love to include our chat as we normally do here while we're live during our band show. So drop a question for the band. We can talk about anything, whether it be musical influences, any fun questions you have. And of course, if you have any paranormal questions, why not, right? When in Rome, as they say. So, guys, I could chat with you all night, and I certainly plan on it. We do have a second interview coming up. But the thing I want to do the most, and I would, venture to guess that the audience probably feels the same way, is now that we know you a little bit, let's hear some music. So something's got to give, and I eventually have to hand this over. So I'm going to toss it over to you guys for the first official set of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to some amazing phenomenon rock and roll.
Something's gotta give.
give, baby. Some's gotta give. Some's gotta give, baby. Time rolls in, smile back and sip our gin. Won't be made to feel today. Can't be living forever anyway. Getting bold in the undertow. We ain't falling for that, no. Getting bold in the undertow. What would you do? What would you say? Now a ghost in the light of day. What once was ours is that ghost in the light of day. What would you do? What would you say? Time rolls in, smile back through a grin of sin. All falling from the wire today. We all fall far from grace. Getting pulled in the undertow. We ain't falling for that, no. Getting pulled in the undertow. What would you do? What would you say? What once was true is now a ghost in the light of day. What once was ours is that
think so. Keep rocking.
Fantastic. Absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into our band show. I'm your host, Christian Ivanko. Happy Memorial Day weekend. And we are just so thrilled to be joined tonight by the incredible phenomenon from right here in the Hudson Valley. For those of you who are just tuning in, don't go anywhere. We're not even halfway through yet. There's still plenty of music and so much more conversation to be had this evening. So if you like what you're hearing, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It would greatly help the show. It would greatly help the band. It mean the world to all of us. Now, with that said, as promised, more conversation. I'd like to introduce my co-producer, the man switching the show behind the scenes to the front of the show now. Pat, welcome. How are you this evening?
Doing really good, Christian. I would like to thank Phenomenon for being here. It's a great show, and I'm just rocking out here on a Memorial Day weekend. So, gentlemen, really do appreciate it. Thank you for this fantastic time.
Yeah, right on. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Yeah.
Having a blast.
So just to keep the conversation going and jumping right in, I know Christian teased this before. He was talking about, the paranormal activities that you might be interested in. So I just wanted to know, are we talking about, what is it, 5 on the DEF CON scale, which is relatively safe? Or are we going down close to that 0?
Oh, man, all kinds of rabbit holes. I don't know. There's just so much out there, and it's so interesting, I'm
a lot
on
of late nights on YouTube?
Yeah, Ancient Aliens and all that stuff. But yeah, I definitely have a strong interest. I actually had some paranormal experiences as a kid, believe it or not. So some of that stuff, shameless plug, I'm actually going to be on a show called Family Spirits talking about some of those experiences as a little kid. So that show's out there. You can Google it. Again, it's called Family Spirits. It doesn't have a network announced or even when exactly, but they're starting to advertise it. And it's a spin-off of a show called Haunted Discoveries. So again, Family Spirits is where it is, and you can check it out.
Let me ask you this. Are you NDA'd, or can you share your experience with us?
No, I can. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get sued by the show.
I feel like that's perfect for the paranormal now.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I, just in a nutshell, because there's kind of a lot to cover, but as a little kid, I just had a couple experiences after my grandfather died. So there were some things that I heard that were comforting voices, actually, as a little kid, and also a really frightening experience that happened that I think actually saved my life. I was heading to a staircase as a little kid, holding a big cardboard box that I couldn't see over, and right before I went to go walk down the stairs, I actually heard a voice yell, "Stay back!" Like really loud, high-pitched voice. It was really frightening, obviously, and scared the crap out of me, but I think that it honestly was for... to save my life, because who knows what would have happened.
How little were you?
I was probably like 5.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a little kid.
Now, was this, you heard it with your ears or inside of your head type of yell?
And I think I heard it with my ears. Like seemed audible to me, and my mom and I were the only people home and on that floor, and she had like no idea what was going on. So yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Does she recall this story? Have you spoken?
She recalls me like running to her, and that's about all that she didn't hear anything, but she remembers me being pretty scared and just, shaken up.
Well, whatever it was, thank God for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, talking about the paranormal, we actually have from one of our very own crew members, Steve, who decided to drop in a fun fact. And Steve is doing a great job right now, just quality control and making sure that everything's running smoothly. Steve says, fun fact, the gray ones are the ones that are mostly associated with abductions. And he said, stream sounds great. Thanks, Steve. We appreciate that. Drop an alien in the chat as well to show the band some support. And if you really think they're as out of this world as we do, maybe a UFO emoji or two. But what do you guys know about the different types of aliens? What can you tell us?
Not a whole lot myself.
You want me to take that?
Yeah, you guys are the experts.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, I'm probably the nerd here of all the alien and UFO stuff, the resident nerd in this band, but I definitely, have heard a lot of those stories too, like gray aliens. And, believe it or not, the Hudson Valley, this whole area is actually one of the greatest hotspots in the country for UFO activity. So a lot of things have occurred here. And for those that don't know, that book, Communion, that was a movie in the 80s, but that was actually based right here in the Hudson Valley. So there's a lot of, kind of notable things that have occurred right here in this area, so to speak.
I remember watching that movie as a kid, and it definitely creeped me out for sure, but it was intriguing also. It was really interesting.
You know what movie freaked me out? Signs.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually shot at my school. So when we were away for college or for the summer in college, they shot that movie while all the kids were gone, and we had like cornfields at good old Delaware Valley University. So that movie was shot there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since you brought that up, very interesting fact that is that, what did you exactly say about the Hudson Valley? I want to make sure we get this right. It's the what?
The Hudson Valley, it's a hotspot for UFO activity. Like going back to the 80s, there's a lot of experiences and stories. You can just Google it, and there's a ton of stuff that'll come up on that.
Wow. Okay. Do you have a specific example that comes to mind?
Well, definitely, like I said, that story Communion was based out of, the Hudson Valley. But I know that in the 80s, there was like reports of a triangle-shaped UFO, and that was like a really big story at the time. And that happened like right in Westchester over one of the highways over there. I'm not sure which one, but that...
Sawmill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back in those days, there was like a bunch of people pulled over on the side of the road checking it out. And it was pretty big deal at the time.
Wow. That almost sounds like a traffic hazard.
Yeah.
My mom actually texted me. She's watching the show. She's loving it, by the way. She says you guys are very good.
Hi, Mom.
She said
Thanks.
Pinebush UFO capital. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's where the festival was.
Yeah,
Placed in a good spot.
Yeah. I was in Beacon a couple weeks ago, and there's a local bookstore there. They have a couple of books on the subject, and there's been a lot of sightings and a lot of activities. So I don't remember all the details, but definitely if you're interested, check out that bookstore. I don't recall the name of it, but it's one of the little bookshops there. They have at least 2 or 3 pretty large volumes dedicated to all the activity that's been just in the Hudson Valley and that kind of Pinebush area in particular. So definitely worth checking it out. Yeah, I was intrigued as I was looking at it, but a lot. There's a lot.
Across the river as well, I was in a bookstore in Kingston, and I saw this book at 3 different bookstores throughout the course of the day. So my third time seeing it, I thought, all right, I'm going to buy it now. It's a book called The Day After Roswell. I've only read the first 3-ish chapters, but it's essentially about this retired Army lieutenant who was read in and was exposed, supposedly, to UFOs. So...
Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting stuff. And also that paranormal museum out there in Pine Bush, they host a lot of events where you can go and like see people who claim to have been abducted, and they kind of tell their story. And I actually attended one where Travis Walton was speaking about his abduction story, and that's the guy that the movie Fire in the Sky is based off of. So if anybody saw that was like a 90s movie that scared the crap out of me as a little kid. So it was it was cool to meet him and hear his story. But yeah, the Pine Bush Museum, they host a lot of cool events like that.
Hey, Pat, you ever been to the Pine Bush Museum?
Chris, absolutely not. I don't know why I said it that way. Like
maybe
a
we have to
strong
go.
feeling.
Sounds interesting.
I was never there.
Yeah, it could be a total fun trip, Christian. So maybe that's a little our band show retreat for the crew and ourselves.
Yeah, so Pat, what's your thoughts on all of this paranormal stuff, since you did pose the initial question that got us going?
Yeah, I'm kind of eating it up. I'm enjoying listening to the stories and all the movies that you're referencing. And I guess one of the things I was talking about with Christian was, if you're into all the paranormal stuff and obviously you're into a lot of the movies, like, do you like listen to a lot of these soundtracks and kind of maybe get some ideas for your music coming from this fascination that you have?
I don't know that we've had it really like influence the music too much, except for the Pine Bush Fair. I think we played the X-Files theme at that.
That's right.
But other than that, I think we've been keeping it mostly true to our like own unique, music tastes. But some of the stuff is maybe borderline in the psychedelic realm with some of like the effects we use. But maybe that can kind of like speak to that a little bit. But no, mostly it's kind of like Christian said, it's a lot of blues-based influence.
So where does the adoption then of the name and the UFO come in? Is it just kind of adding another aspect of your personality to the band? Yeah,
kind of. It's like it's more or less this is where we're from, right? The Hudson Valley, and some of those aren't aware, but a lot of people do know the Hudson Valley is a big hotspot for paranormal and UFOs. So we kind of play and like lean into that, and it's just sort of like part of who we are. Essentially.
Yeah, this is part of the makeup of the band from having that first gig at the UFO show.
Nice. I love that. So we're going to do a quick flash round right now of questions from the chat. We do have a couple.
Great.
And I'm going to pose this first one to, two of you spoke up when you said you were experts, and we've heard a bit from Mike. So now let's go to Kenny. And Kenny, the chat would love to know, green or gray aliens? And, don't box yourself into those guidelines if you might know more than us.
I don't know anything. I'm good.
Kenny just doesn't want to get probed.
learn
Whatever color, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Oh, all right, fair enough. And another chat question, and we'll pose this one to the whole band. Favorite cryptids?
Ooh, man, I don't know.
I have noticed an
That's a
uptick
tough
of
one.
Bigfoot signs all across the Hudson Valley in recent years. I don't know if you guys have any explanation behind that, but I've been trying to figure that one out for quite some time, to be honest with you.
Bigfoot signs.
I do like Bigfoot. I do like that Finding Bigfoot TV show
That is a fun one.
where they run around with the night vision and bang on the trees.
Isn't
Try
it
to get
something
him
you
out
know
there.
they're never going to catch him, but yet you keep tuning in, right?
Yeah, I feel like they're getting really close.
How old is he?
They're hot on the trail, but when you're a master of evasion, what can you do?
And he still hasn't popped up on Google, what's that, Worldview? Somehow, right?
Google Maps.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been
yeah.
evading. He's a tough one to catch. But
He's-
I have a Bigfoot air freshener.
He's too
That's about
fast.
as much as I'm interested, I guess, on the Bigfoot front.
What about you, Pat? You a Bigfoot guy?
Can't say that I am, Christian. Although there are kind of a couple of movies that are on my list to watch centered around Bigfoot, but not exactly, jumping to the top of the queue. Yeah.
Fair enough. Speaking of movies, are there any, I know we brushed upon a few a little earlier, but any specific sci-fi movies that really set you guys into this love of the paranormal? Maybe even to go as far as adopting, like the UFO is like a big part of your, when I think of Phenomenon the band, I think of the UFO because it's in your artwork and your branding.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a bunch of great sci-fi movies, especially when we were growing up. I feel like there was like tons in the 80s and the 90s that were, influential. But I think Fire in the Sky was a big one. That was like a really cool movie. And that was like the first kind of, based on true events type of movie that I ever saw. So that was like extra scary as a kid because I thought it was kind of like realistic and it could happen. So that was a great one. And I always loved that movie. And then there was like... I don't know, so many good movies like Space Odyssey. What was the
Kubrick.
Oh,
yeah,
2001?
Oh,
yeah,
man,
it's a
that
really
is one of
cool
my
movie,
favorite
yeah.
movies of all time.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
great
just really
one.
artistic and just awesome to look at, really.
Yeah, definitely. Such a beautiful movie. How, what a terrorizing thing that is. And we might be living it right now, right? With AI
Yeah.
upon us and all that.
For
Who knows?
sure, yeah. Yeah, I just started watching Dark Matter the other day. I watched the first episode of that. That looks like a pretty cool show, actually.
Okay, I've heard good things. I haven't checked it out yet, though.
Yeah, we're checking it out. I just watched the first episode. So far, I'm a fan, and it's a pretty intriguing concept. So I'll definitely keep watching.
Very cool, very cool. Now, we don't have much time left on this next interview, but I'm intrigued by one specific thing coming up in this next set, and forgive me for a spoiler, but I just have to ask, we're doing a cover, which is rare for our band show, but we're more than happy to do it, especially with the song as fantastic as the one you picked, but Sober by Tool, what is the inspiration behind covering that song?
I think, we're all fans of Tool. I actually just saw them recently at the Garden. They were amazing. Really cool band, really kind of interactive show, just amazing like light work and all that. But, I think we're all fans, and it's just a cool, heavy song, and we're just all into that kind of heavy, grungy vibe of the 90s where, like I was saying, we have a lot of our inspiration. And Barry kills it on the bass on that song, and it sounds really good. We just enjoy playing it.
Yeah, have a lot of fun. It's a great tune, and it just kind of fits the motif of the band, I think, really well. So we love playing it. And then whenever we play it live, the audience we get a big reaction. They seem to love it. So that keeps it interesting for us, for sure.
Fantastic. Yeah, Pat, you're a big Tool fan, huh?
Yeah, Christian. Basically, because of this addition to the set list, I've been jumping back in and listening to some of the albums. It's quite interesting that they go years between all their albums. I think what was the last one was like 10 plus years or something like that.
Well, we had some good
Yeah.
A Perfect Circle music in there, but yes, you're correct. You're correct on that. The softer side of things, where I naturally gravitate towards. But with that said, like you said, Pat, jumping back in, that's something we definitely have to do. I know I'm dying for more tunes. I'm sure you are, and I know the audience is. So, guys, thank you so much for being here, and we're going to turn it over to Phenomenon to take us into the second set of the evening, starting off with an incredible tune called Evermore. Gentlemen, take it away.
Something's brewing here. I can smell the fear. Something's coming round. I think I'm going down. We get over. Let your blade, it never stops. In the morning, the loss of love I never had. Something's brewing, something's down. We ain't been grooving, we are the found evermore. Hey there, darling, what you are is where you're from. You're walking wayward, you're walking round with the hurt. Hey there, darling, you're walking wayward with the hurt. Something's brewing, something's down. We ain't been grooving, we are the found evermore. Something's brewing, something's down. We ain't been grooving, we are the found evermore.
Ready?
Yeah.
I know, but she knows I'm reckless, but I look
tuning change for this next one here. All right, guys ready?
just a worthless liar. I am just an imbecile. I will work to elevate you, just enough to bring you down. I will find a center in you. I will chew it up and leave. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Why can we not be sober? Just want to stop this sober. Why can we sleep forever? Just want to stop this sober. Why? Oh, why?
job, fellas.
Fantastic, gentlemen. That's a great and fantastic cover of "Sober" by Tool. Glad to hear it. It's definitely a very sobering experience here on our band show in the second set. With that said, there is more to come, but before we get to those final two songs from Phenomenon tonight, we have a little bit of a pre-taped video. It's showing us all the previous guests, or at least a good portion of them that have shows coming up. We found all their information on their Instagram pages, so go ahead and if you like any of the bands you're about to see, go ahead and check out their socials and get more details. And hopefully, if you like local music, get out there and check out some of these shows.
Night coffee. I'm talking about night coffee. Night coffee. I'm talking about night coffee. Night coffee. Night coffee. I never felt more alive with you by my side. I don't wanna give it all up, trying to see what's in front of us. Remember when Mom freaked out? Your hair was dyed. She cried. I guess good things come to those who wait. And I need your tongue. Oh, coming down and cool me off. Yeah. Flashing lights and hazy dreams. I need to stop now. I need to scream. I can't get enough of you.
please be sure to support all of our amazing past guests. And also, please be sure to support the fine gentlemen, our new friends in Phenomenon. Guys, where can they find you, keep up to date with all things that you have going on, and take a moment to tell us what we can expect from Phenomenon for the rest of this year and to the future.
Yeah, for sure. You can check us out on all the socials. So we're on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram, it's phenomenon_rock, letter N, roll. So that's our handle on Instagram. And then we have a bunch of shows coming up, too. But even before that, we're actually on Spotify and iTunes, and I think Amazon, too. So if you want to check out our EP, we have a 4-song EP available, really on all streaming. So you can check that out. Self-titled Phenomenon is the name of that EP. And then, Barry, maybe you want to tell us about some gigs we got coming?
Yeah, heck yeah. We've got next one's June 8th. We're playing a festival over at Juan Murphy's, actually, in Poughkeepsie. Looking forward to that. There's going to be a couple awesome bands, a bunch of great bands there. And then we've got, I think, Whiskey Alley's on the 21st and La Familia over in Carmel on the 28th. Kind of getting us through the summer there. And then I think we'll kind of pick up again in August. We take a little break in July and pick up again. But you can get your fill on iTunes and Spotify. In the meantime, check out the EP. And, hopefully we'll see you guys at the next show. Anyone who's a fan, thanks.
Yeah, we got T-shirts, too. So we have newly minted Phenomenon T-shirts. If anybody's interested, you can hit us up on social media. We can get you a T-shirt as well.
I mean, we'll say the band was kind enough to bring us some T-shirts, and we really appreciate that. They did not have to do that, but it means a lot. Thank you, guys. And go pick up a shirt from them at a show, as you just heard. And, of course, we'll be throwing them in the community calendar going forward. While we're on the thank yous, thank you so much, Phenomenon, for coming on. We really appreciate it so much. It's been a pleasure to have you guys in studio this evening.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure being here, for sure. Thank you.
You guys worked hard.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. You as well. And don't go anywhere, guys, because we have 2 more songs for you. We're going to rock out till the end. That's what we do here on our band show. But speaking of thank yous, we have an amazing crew, a very talented crew who helps us bring this show to life. So, of course, I want to thank first and foremost my co-producer, Patrick W. Huber. It's always a pleasure making this amazing production with you, Pat. And I also would like to thank, in no specific order, all of our incredibly talented crew for all of their hard work. And I'm talking about Eric Greenup, Mike Hernandez, Emmanuel Fatakis, Kate Oles, Steve Montana, Dan Chester, and Kira Stack. Thank you guys all so very much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You guys
Great
are
job.
amazing.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Now it's a bittersweet part of the night because unfortunately we're nearing the end, but we do get to listen to 2 more amazing songs, one of which is my personal favorite in the set, a song called Tell Me Lies. So for the last time this evening, thank you all so much for supporting us here at our band show. It is crazy that we're on our 18th episode, and that's all because of the great people like you who keep watching and coming back month to month and supporting the amazing bands and talented crew here at the studio. So I'm excited because I know we're going to just rock this thing out to the end. So without further ado, guys, please sit back, relax, and enjoy Tell Me Lies from Phenomenon. Take it away one last time, gentlemen.
Tell me lies, tell me why. Oh, tell those lies, I don't wanna know. secret knowledge. Are we crazy? Is it conspiracy? The Illuminati. Hidden thoughts are now a crime. The 50 mansion before our time. Tell me why. Tell them lies. Tell me why. I don't wanna know. Tell me why. Tell them lies. Tell me why. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna know. She said, will you stop and listen? Are you ready to hear? I can feel you breathing, and I hear you near. Do you think we'll find out? Are you ready to know? Are we walking heaven? Oh, we're dancing hell. And I know you've seen it through the blinded pin, babe. And I can't force you to smile, scare the pain away. And I know you've seen it through the fog of tears and fear. And I feel so bogged down. It wash away, oh, I never thought we'd see the day. It wash away, oh, I never thought these tears would go away. It carried away, oh, I never thought we'd see the day. It wash away those tears. She says she will find out. I think she already knows. Are we meant for trying? Why we letting go? I'm not ready to find out. I'm not ready.